Hello everybody, and welcome back to Wasteland 2. I think, for now, we're just going to do a little bit of exploring. We've got our Class 5 rad suits. So I think I'm just going to try and uncover as much of the map as possible. Problem is, I believe we've been to this shrine, but I'm just going to double check. I also believe we've been to that cache, but again, we can double check real quick. So this is going to be mostly just... Yeah, we've already done that. Yep. So this is going to mostly be just sort of adventuring around and seeing what all we can in California. So kind of just a bookkeeping episode. We did that cache. Long Beach we're not ready for. But as you can see, these 5s we can go through now. And here's a shrine. Now this shrine might be one that you can't normally get to without going through a couple hoops. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. So we've got some flies. Not only are they of unusual size, but they have some really major hit points. Let's move you over here. And let's move you over here. And let's move you over here. And that should do for now. There we go. Oh, they've got ranged attacks. Lovely. Just hit it. Nice. Ambush. And site block. Oh, there's a thingy. Okay. Then we'll just kill you. Okay, so there's a little bit more action than I was expecting. Nice. There we go. Yeah, well, that'll take care of that. Done and done. Now, badger tail, roach abdomen, frog eye, and lizard eggs. Now, oh. Two dudes. Okay. Hi, guys. Yes, I think this is good. Unrequited love. Yes, the Bloodstained Journal. That is what we want. Okay, so that's a definite downgrade. Now, where is that journal? There we go. This is a really interesting one. The fact that Kathy. So, looks like it's someone from the Egg Center. Yeah, so much salt water. But still. Okay, so LA is dangerous. But the fact that he walked from Arizona to California, that's what gets me about that journal entry. That's just great. And yes, if I remember right, this is the... I'm sorry, I have forgotten my quick save again. But if I'm remembering right, this is the... this is the shrine that you can't normally find just all by itself. You have to use a toaster item in a terminal elsewhere in order to unlock this location, if I remember right. But I've got the perk that shows everything. Now, the reason I saved there is because in the vanilla version, there was a bug where you could get trapped in the sub. C:\\. Nice. DOS. System status. Action okay. Breach likely. Well, yeah. Fuel? Oh, well, that's good. It's a nuclear submine, so temperature's the big thing there. Defenses? Weapon system unresponsive. Power? Weapons unresponsive, research unresponsive, research redundancy unresponsive, ballast. Yeah, it's all screwed up. Corruption detected. Recovering. So we've got 4 here. And normally I don't read these, but they can be a little small. And there's no voice here. Mother Nature has given us the seeds to survive. Insect larvae. Well, that explains the bugs outside. Project has developed an appropriately hardy strain of insect. Well, it worked. They had 141 hit points. Yeah, this mass starvation thing, this is new to Wasteland 2. And shows the Fallout influence on this game, because in Wasteland 1 there wasn't ever any real talk about food issues. That's kind of new to this. It was just geopolitical. But, fair enough. So we've got 3 progress reports. O3C. First batch complete. Unsatisfactory results. Change the depths. Something about quarantine. He misses the sun. I am not going to do a Dark Souls joke. fully integrated, dealing with pressure fluctuations. Strain that meets the standards. Months behind. Captain's insistence will not return to port until they perfected long-term hibernation strain or they've destroyed all their specimens. It's bad for morale. Relax the application resistant. Restrictions on chromosomal unzippers. Okay. Need to figure this stuff out. Fortunately, the testing procedures demanded the strains be nutritionally viable at all stages. So it sounds like they are... Why is there 2 backslashes? It sounds like they're eating the bugs that don't work out. See, this is right. C:\/ bracket, or greater than. This says 2. I don't know what's going on there. What? I grew up with DOS. Leave me alone. Making for port at Long Beach. We're near Long Beach. I believe the transmitter that you have to use to find this is at Long Beach. Captain says they've lost communication. Nav satellites are down. Procedure dictates an immediate return to the closest facility. Had to destroy everything except Douglas Arnold 3. Guess that's a bug. Oh. Removal of growth inhibitors. There was a super bright flash and we're still underwater. See, that's some good writing right there. That little sentence fragment. They were coming into port when the nukes landed. Some of the Fallout games have had terminal entries written when the bombs fell. And that's all there is to it. This is one of the better shrines in the game. We haven't gotten to my favorite yet. This is probably my second favorite shrine. And I see that we didn't get stuck. You didn't always get stuck. You just had the possibility. Yeah, they ran aground something. Oh, well. Yeah, because if the conning tower is here, yeah, they ran aground something fierce. And it looks like they tried to get out. Looks like we got a bit of a dock over here. Yeah, so it looks like they tried to get out because we got this thing here. Either that or this used to be underwater. Because as high as this dock is, this water could be higher. At least a little higher. But I'm not thinking that this doesn't look right. This looks like they hit the ground and plowed up this far before stopping. But it looks like they might have gotten out, and their bugs certainly did. So, moving on. So, more 5 radiation. Yeah, there's nothing else in there, as far as I recall. Here's another shrine. Yeah, we're knocking down all these shrines. Well, it's easier when you've got the... Oh, who is it that has it? I think you have it. Yeah, Explorer. Bonus vision range and shows everything. Got a picture. Pancoa. Alright, folks. This is another one like the Sabre Maria rifle. If this rings any bells to you, let me know, because it doesn't ring any bells to me. Now entering Pancoa. Name reminds you of... No, it's gone. So I'm not sure. Okay, this is not what I thought it was. This is just another shrine. up here. Take a look. Looks like a map, maybe? Home, sanctuary from a hostile world. And we had already been here before. Okay, I'm sorry about that, folks. I should have guessed we'd already been here. It's not behind a oddly specific radiation wall. But still, Pancoa. Help me out, folks. I've never been to California. I don't know these local things. Okay, so moving on. Playa del Rey. We went there for a fight. Angel Oracle. Aqueduct. That's where Robinson was. Oh.
Come in. Roger, Echo 1. I have a caller reporting a possible kidnapping. She says she spotted a group of men holding several teenagers.
Okay.
10-4, Echo 1. Be extra careful about civilian casualties.
Yeah. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so these are still 5. So, nope. Nothing there. They talk about, you know, rush, but really you don't have to. Anything that is Culver City Brothel, Cash, anything that's running on a timer, that timer won't start until you actually go in there. Clap. There's a novella that talks about how this got started. And here's one of the things that kind of annoyed me. I mean, this music's great, but... we can't go up there yet. So we've got this just box of radiation. I understand that they did it. Okay, guys. All right.
Brother Malediction, I hear you ask. Brother Malediction, who was this Luke Sampson? Who was the man
big dumb
we
idiot.
now call the Red Messiah?
Like to kill people.
Who was our savior? Well, brothers and sisters, I'll tell you. 75 years ago, Luke Sampson was just another man. Lived right here in Hollywood. And, to be honest, he wasn't even a particularly good man.
No.
He was a scavenger, like so many are in these hard times, and known to drink and cuss and occasionally settle arguments with the help of a sledgehammer.
The hammer in the book.
night, when he was digging in the rubble of a TV station
Yeah,
down
this
in Gower
this
Gulch,
box is no good.
stumbled upon a video cassette that was to change his life. Thinking
Can't cross that anyway.
that it was some kind
And then you've got this
pre-apocalypse pornography.
wall.
He found himself a working VCR and popped it in. It wasn't pornography, brothers and sisters. Oh, no. It was salvation. What Luke Sampson had found was the last surviving record of the wisest prophet of the pre-apocalyptic age, the great James King. Can I get a hallelujah?
Actually, what he found was a doom and gloom, extreme right-wing apocalyptic televangelist.
Who had been wandering the waste for nigh on
Yeah,
his
this box is just
entire life.
awful. I understand why they did it, but this box is just awful.
For the answers to questions that had been plaguing him since birth. Why had the apocalypse happened?
Oh my goodness.
What did it mean? What was his purpose in life? And most importantly, how could he save himself and the rest of this sorry old world from certain damnation? Well, James King told him. He reached right out of that century-old video, grabbed old Luke by the shirt front, and gave unto him a preachment that was to change his life forever. Luke, he said, the apocalypse was God's wrath. The
Endgame.
bombs that fell from the sky swept up the good and the deserving to heaven in a mushroom cloud rapture, and left only the damned and the wicked behind, there to suffer a 1,000-year tribulation of blood and horror and misery. Now with that,
And there's so much nothing in this big box.
for he feared there was no hope.
A cache,
James King
shrine,
was not done speaking.
Hollywood,
No.
and the observatory. And you can only get to the observatory through Hollywood.
That the left behind need not despair, for there was still a path to heaven for those who believed. James King said, and I quote, "The only hope for a sinner after the rapture is to get right with God by living a pure and noble life and shepherding unbelievers to the faith, or, if they refuse to follow, cleansing them from the earth with fire and sword." And upon hearing those words, Luke Sampson knelt down in front of that ancient TV and held out his sledgehammer to the screen. "Reverend King," he said, "I hope this old hammer will do just as well." Now, after a blessing like that, you might think Luke Sampson's path would have been straight and clear and strewn with rose petals. Sadly, this was not the case. As so often happens,
Yeah, this is
those who
really
rail
just a
against the
summary
darkness,
of
the darkness railed back.
the book.
And Luke
the
found
novel-
his new
novella.
ministry besieged on all sides by naysayers and unbelievers. The church he founded in the old Echo Park Temple drew hundreds of followers eager to hear the word of James King. But it also drew attacks from those who felt their wickedness threatened by his preachings. Gangsters, raiders, whoremongers, drug dealers, all banded together. And only 2 years after Luke had started spreading the word, fell upon his church like wolves in the night. It was too
Well,
much,
and its friend.
and despite being filled with the righteous fury of God, Luke and his congregation were forced to retreat from Echo Park.
This is the whole
For
map.
a day and a night they were pursued. Finally, however,
This is it, folks.
Luke
This is a
led
map.
his people up into the savage wilds
This is
of
smaller than
Echo Park
Arizona.
in search of safe haven. But even there, his enemies hounded him. And to give his congregation time to get to safety, Luke turned in
There's
the
the
narrow
sixth
tunnel
wall.
that leads to
There's
what
like
was then
3
called
locations
the
down there.
observatory, raised his sledgehammer over his shoulder, and said,
It-
"No further." Luke died there in that tunnel, but not in vain. He took 100 sinners with him and sent the others fleeing in terror from his holy wrath. And more than that, He died for our sins.
Alright,
He
I'm done with
died
this.
so that we may...
That should pretty much be the end of the transmission. But this is going on longer than intended, so let's hello. Let's get on with it. Cleric, you Doji Fuk Gav, you Merkel Drug War, my scrap, I kill you. Cleric, you dodgy fuck, give me your... Wait. Cleric, you dodgy fuck. Gave your miracle drug. Gave you miracle drug. Where's my scrap? I kill you. There we go. And that filled me with a sense of purpose. Okay, moving on. Ah, this is the one. Underworld. Enter at your own risk. Would you like a raven? In we go. This place is just weird, but it's really atmospheric. That's... yeah. Yeah, so it's an old... like a bar. There we The Reborners live and die in a society that will not repeat the mistakes that led to the destruction of the world. Makes sense? Got a mud flap girl. Which I have since learned is apparently the guy that designed it after his wife or girlfriend. Stripper auditions. That was a strip club. Nice selection of booze on the wall there. I want to say there was more to this shrine. I don't know if you folks can hear that. Underneath the ambient Mike Morgan music, there's like stripper music in the background, like a backbeat. Yeah, this is really neat. I seem to recall there being a little bit more to it, but maybe it was just the neat, weird atmosphere. Yeah. I thought there was like a secret door or something. I can check offline, make sure I'm not missing a hidden doohickey. It doesn't look like I am. All right. Well, that'll do it for today. So our main plan is I'm going to do some videos on just these little places that we haven't done yet. Pretty sure we did Cerritos. We may not have done Salt Lake Park yet, or Baldwin Hills. Obviously, we need to do Saniga because we just got the call on that. I don't remember if I did the brothel or not. I think I did. But I will hit all of these places and make sure that they are all done. So we get all of that taken care of before we head to Hollywood, because Hollywood's another major area, and it's going to take a while to do Hollywood. And I hope it's not as buggy as it was in the vanilla, because if you did things even slightly off before, it would bug all to hell. So hopefully it's not as buggy. And I think we're missing a shrine. I think we are. I will have to look. But until then, I will see you next time, friends. Have a good one.